Hector?
Hi, my name's Hector.
I'm Tatiana. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Tatiana. Nice to meet you too.
How are you?
I'm okay. It's I don't know, hard to walk right now.
Yeah.
So I feel some pain, and I don't know, just a lot of pain, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. Pain from walking?
Hmm?
Pain from walking?
Walking, some problems with my shoulder too, and my back from my accident. So yeah, just pain.
I would love to continue about that. Before we do so, I would just want to set an expectation and walk you through the session that we're gonna have right now. Just so you know what is going on, why we're doing what we're doing. Well, first of all, I have your informed consent right here that you already signed, but I just wanted to ask if you have any questions, anything that I can clarify more for you, anything you would like, to discuss with me.
I don't think I have any questions about the informed consent. It made mostly a lot of sense. I just maybe one question. It said that you can only work in Virginia. Does that mean, like, if I have family in Texas and we go to Texas, that we can't have calls, or what? Or we can't, I don't know. How does that work?
Yeah, I am a licensed counselor in Virginia, so I cannot counsel people outside of the state. But I'm glad you brought this question up because we can do different kinds of sessions. I'm available for in-person meetings as we are doing right now. I'm available for Zoom call or video meetings, phone meetings, or also texting. So if you ever need to talk outside of our session, you can always text me. I'm available. There is no extra charge for messaging. But all of that we can do in the state of Virginia. So if you're visiting someone, I don't think we can connect because you're technically outside of the state.
Okay.
What we can do when you're visiting, we can discuss our further plan before you leave the state. So we just make you feel comfortable and you're get the resources that you need while you're away from connecting with me.
Okay. That's all. That's the only question I had.
Yeah, awesome. So today's session, we are just gonna get to know each other better. So if you have any questions throughout our conversation, just feel free to interrupt me. Just ask me a question. You can always ask me why you're asking this, what are we doing, what we're doing. I'm very happy to explain everything for you. But yeah, just today is we are getting to know each other. And coming back to your answer, you just said that you're in a lot of pain. So your arm and your hip hurt. Just tell me more about that. How did that happen?
Yeah, I got in an accident 5 months ago. It was a car accident, and the car hit and both of my legs and my back and shoulder, and I had to be in the hospital for quite a few months. And that now I have kind of, I guess, a disability, so I can't do my job. I can't do my job, I can't work, and it's too much pain. Like, I can't lift things anymore, like I worked in construction and my job was to pick things up and walk around, and now I can't do either of those things,
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Sounds like a big shift for you in life.
Yeah.
Tell me more about what else changed. So you said you can't work. What else changed for you?
I mean, I worked in construction. My father worked in construction, so I would mostly just work, and maybe on the weekends take the kids to the park. Um, so everything changed. I can't work, so I can't afford things for our family. So now we have to look for things like unemployment and welfare, which I've not done before. And now I'm at home all the time.
Yeah. You said you have kids? So I assume, are you married? Does your wife work? No?
No.
How does that influence your relationship? What is it? How would you describe the dynamic?
She didn't work before, so in our family, I worked and she took care of the kids. So now the dynamic is different completely because I don't work. And she still takes care of the kids, and I don't know how to take care of the kids because that's her job. That's what she does. So.
Yeah. Do you tell me more about your family? You said that you usually work and your wife is taking care of the kids. Is it how like you grew up as well?
Yeah, my dad was he did construction, and it's like the same. My mom worked at home with the kids, with me and my sisters. So yeah, it's, I don't know, maybe it's like a thing from my culture, or maybe it's just our family, but I don't know. I don't know what to do without my construction job.
Yeah. So is it appropriate to say that the gender roles are challenged right now in your family? Would you put it like this? Yeah. How does that influence your relationship with wife?
She's angry. She's angry at me. Yeah, and she tells me like, hey, I need to get up and stop sitting on the sofa and stop drinking, and I need to go find a job. Like all the time she tells me I need to go find a job all the time. And I think, great, me too, I want to find a job, but how? Because I can't lift things, and I only know construction because I've done it since I was young with my dad, and now I don't know what should I do. So my wife is mad at me very often, tells me what to do, and it just makes, we have like some tension, like we don't know how to talk with each other anymore, it feels. Yeah.
Do you feel like you knew how to talk with each other before? Was
there was more peace, like we didn't see each other very often on weekdays because I would work from like 5 in the morning until 5 at night, and then I'd come home and we would have dinner, and the kids would have school the next day, so they go to bed, and we would have a small amount of time, maybe watch a movie together or something and have a drink. Yeah.
You mentioned that you just sit on the couch and drink. And I read the questionnaire about how much you drink and your relationship with drinks, alcohol. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions about that. Feel comfortable discussing that. So one of the questions that you answered was how many alcohol drinks do you consume daily? So just tell me more about that. How many drinks do you drink in a day?
Like, so I'll have like a beer sometimes 2 beers in the morning, and then like 2 beers at lunch, with some food, and then and at night I'll have some beers and tequilas. So I don't know, like 4 or 5, 6, sometimes beers, and then maybe like some shots of tequila.
Is it what is the relationship with what is the attitude towards alcohol in your culture? Is it
Well, we drink, like we drink, like we have like family come and we have some drinks. It's like not such, but I'm like a bum now, like there are a lot of, like, my cousin is a bum. Like he'll sit at home and just drink, and he doesn't have like an injury or anything, like he just doesn't know what to do with life, and his wife left him, so he just sits around and drinks and watches shows and stuff. So I'm like, I don't think I'm a bum. I don't think I'm like my cousin, because my legs, I can't like do any work right now. Even like if I wanted to go to McDonald's, I can't work there because of my disability. So like he's a bum by choice. I'm like a bum because of circumstances.
So it's an interesting moment that you mentioned about just drinking was a family. You said you just like drink for when you meet, hanging out. But in your questionnaire, there was a question: how often during the last year have you had a feeling of guilt or remorse after drinking? And you mentioned daily. Tell me more about that. Like, what do you feel guilty about?
Just like I'm supposed to be the man of the family, like, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to be a bum like my cousin. I don't want to like be the person who doesn't do a job, and I feel kind of gross, like not doing what I liked to do before. So the shame feeling is like from myself, but I also think it's from my wife, because she tells me I don't spend time with the kids and we don't have like a relationship, because I drink and I don't do anything, and she tells me not to drink around the kids, but I tell her it's because I'm in pain, and she says that the kids need to have a role model for a dad, and so I feel some shame from her too,
Yeah. So would you describe the guilt feeling coming from drinking, or it comes from shame?
From not working.
From not working.
Yeah. And maybe from drinking in front of my kids, because I don't want my kids to think their dad is a bum,
Yeah. Tell me, you said that your wife mentioned and she's concerned about you drinking. Did anyone else in your family say anything about you drinking? Or maybe friends, or like, your circle?
I don't spend time with my friends, anymore recently. Maybe sometimes on a weekend, but like we'll go and have drinks. So it's easy,
Yeah. When you go and have drinks with someone else, do you also feel guilt after that, or it's only when you're drinking alone?
No, just when I'm at home.
When you're at home. Yeah. What do you feel the main reason you're in therapy right now? Why do you think we're here?
My social worker said it was a good idea, because I have some family problems at home, and like I said, we don't know. We need to get some welfare, and my kids need to have food, and my wife needs to be happy, so I just counseling, like coming here is what the social worker told me is a good idea.
I love that in the middle of everything you says that you care for your kids and for the happiness of your wife. It's beautiful.
That's why I'm here.
What do you think is the reasons that prevent you from having change right now? Positive change?
Like my injuries, right? Like that seems obvious. Like I can't work, and if I can't work, then I can't make food, make money for our family, and give my kids what they need. Maybe you say like, can you find another job where you don't need to, like maybe you can sit down and work. But I have no idea. Nobody in my family has ever done something like that. Like my family works in construction, so we all work the same thing. So I don't know.
It's totally valid feelings. I just want to reassure you, Hector, that what you're going through right now is a very normal response to a traumatic event that you had. And I believe from what I'm observing during this session, you're willing to change, you're looking for positive outcomes, you're looking to healthy ways. The fact that you're here says a lot. Just want to reassure you that you're on the right path right now.
What do you think I need to do?
That's a good question. I think that after learning more about you, for the next session, I'm gonna come up with some further steps for us to move forward for you, for the change in your life. That will depend a lot on your effort as much as on my input, you know? It's a teamwork for us. I think I have a lot of good feelings about your process of change and healing, recovery. So I don't know if I can have an answer for you right now what you can do, you know? We'll have to figure that out down the road, but I definitely have some thoughts on how we can move forward. But we do have just a couple of minutes before the end of the session. Just want to ask you how are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now, if you feel comfortable sharing?
I don't know. I probably just feel like I need to come here again.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to working with you. Okay, if you don't have any questions, I think we can wrap it up at this point. I'm gonna see you next Monday. If you need me before the next Monday, please feel free to call me or text me. You have my phone number. And while you're reviewing the informed consent, if you have any questions, please let me know. Or further in the sessions, if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'm here to answer and make you feel comfortable. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Hector.
Nice to meet you.